The DoorDash Dasher app was down this weekend. Let me know down below in the comments if you're affected by this outage. But it doesn't matter when you're watching this video, because let's say your favorite app is down. Well, what's the next best option? The next best option is to use your next best app. So I hope you're activated on different apps, because this last weekend was a very real-world example of what happens when these apps go down. Now, another great strategy when driving is to drive on apps that pay you the most. And how do they do that? Well, they offer you bonus pay, typically a per delivery bonus. So one of those apps, actually one that I typically don't drive for, Postmates, was offering a pretty good per delivery bonus of $4. So instead of DoorDash, I drove for Postmates for 2.5 hours. But after driving, and you'll see here looking at all the numbers, there's two massive problems that stood out. Welcome to the channel. My name is Mike. This channel is dedicated to your success in this gig economy, the side hustle. So if you are new here, consider subscribing. And do not miss the limited time 50% off Black Friday sale going on at yourdrivermike.com. Use code Black Friday. So if you're not familiar with Postmates, it actually does vary a decent amount than DoorDash. Let me explain. When it comes to bonus pay, really one of the positives with the Postmates platform is it's a market-wide bonus. So DoorDash, on the other hand, breaks your entire market segment into smaller market segments. But Postmates, on the other hand, and other apps like Uber Eats just have one massive marketplace in your city. So that means instead of having separate segmented bonuses, that's what DoorDash does, Postmates has that one massive market bonus. So the good thing about that is you don't need to worry about staying in any smaller scheduled zone to qualify for that bonus, and you'll really only get that bonus in that scheduled zone on DoorDash. Not the case with Postmates. You just have to pick up and deliver anywhere in your entire marketplace and you get that bonus. And the bonus here on Postmates was very good, a $4 bonus on every single delivery. So let's take a look at the first order here and look at a few orders, because again, at the end of the day, there was two massive problems. All right, so we're off to the races here. Order number one from Extraordinary Desserts for an unknown amount of miles for an additional $4 bonus. That's always been a problem on Postmates, and that's not even the big problems I'm talking about in this video. Just generally, and it doesn't even matter where you drive, you cannot see the actual route, the actual distance on Postmates. So this order, it doesn't seem too bad, but is it 4 miles? Is it 7 miles? Is it 10 miles? We can't tell. Now you can see the starting and the ending destination. You can see that generally, but again, you can't see the actual route. You can't see the expected pay as well, and you can't see the actual miles in the order. So this is all we get, but hey, there's a $4 bonus, so let's accept. Now, in essence, you get a surprise with every single Postmates delivery because you see your payout after the fact on this one, $10.14. Order number two from El Rey Moro Taco Shop, and we can see our current location, the pickup and the ending destination, but again, that is it for, again, another $4 bonus. Let's just continue on here. This one from Zen Curry. Now, one point of strategy that you can do on Postmates is just generally look where it's taking you. Because remember, you can drive anywhere on Postmates versus DoorDash where you really need to stay in your scheduled zone. Now, because of that, the app can take you anywhere. So just make a note of that because you can get pulled even further and further away from your home location. Now, here's a great example of that distance and not being able to see the actual route here, because the order from Zen Curry, yeah, it looked a little bit farther, but here's the actual route, 16 minutes away. Now, here is massive problem number one that I noticed when driving on Postmates. I mean, I can't think of really any other words to describe this, but there are wild changes on Postmates. I'm talking about wild changes happening on the app while you're driving for you as a driver. There's new orders coming in all the time, and there's orders that are being canceled. There's orders that are canceled and I feel like you don't even get notification. There was an order that I went to go make the pickup. It was a stacked order, that's 2 assignments for 1 driver. And I went to go pick up the second order, but lo and behold, it was actually canceled literally as I was getting out of the vehicle to make the pickup. Let me know down below in the comments if you feel the same way, but I feel like half the time it was a Postmates app canceling the order to assign to another driver, and then the other half of the time it was the actual just customer canceling. Regardless, it's a massive pain, and remember, we're already taking a risk accepting orders that we can't see the pay and we can't see the destination. And then on top of that, I feel like I had Postmates just send me orders rapid fire from not only restaurants that were too far away, but from stores that were super far away. For instance, we can see these Walmart requests, and I guess since I was near this Walmart, it was non-stop Walmart request after Walmart request. And we can see here, here's a stacked request from that Walmart. And we, in essence, doubled the bonus because there's double the orders. But it's not even a $4 bonus. It's a $5 per delivery bonus for a total bonus of $10. But even that, I declined because of just the perceived pain picking up at Walmart. So for that, please do let me know down below in the comments. Are you a fan of doing Walmart pickups on Postmates or any other app? Would you do it if the bonus is high enough, or were you like me? Would you always decline? After quite a few of those, finally I got an order that I'll accept, this one from Felipe's Pizza. Number one, there's got to be some strategy when you're driving on Postmates, because again, you can't see the distance and it can take you really anywhere in your marketplace. So make note of that. Where are these requests taking you? And then number two, you must estimate the distance, because again, you can't see the distance. So if this straight line estimate, which probably can be deceiving at times, looks pretty far, it's going to be pretty far. So be smart with the orders that you accept and try to take the shortest orders. Now let me ask you, a $4 bonus on Postmates, or really any food delivery app, a $4 bonus, is that good? Well, I'd say so. A $4 bonus in most marketplaces, that's pretty good. But again, with Postmates and the distance, this can quickly happen. So yeah, I got pulled up north a pretty good bit. And on top of that, on the way to this customer, the Postmates app randomly said I was heading the wrong direction when I wasn't. Now this order here, I was trying to get one that was gonna pull me back south just to minimize those commuting miles, but still I was pretty far north. So now I want you to see the actual numbers from this shift, because it's quite surprising. And then after that, I want to go over that big problem number two here. This shift was from 5 p.m. until 7:30 p.m. and the total gross revenue was $56.11. For those 2.5 hours, a pretty decent gross revenue per hour, $22.44 per hour. During this time, I completed 5 deliveries, was kind of surprised. I only received 2 tips with an average tip of $4.30. Here is a very real concrete example of what happens when you don't see the miles. During this shift, I drove 50.2 business miles, and based on my gross revenue, that equals a pay per mile very low, $1.12 per mile. Based on those long business miles, I get a tax deduction of $28.87. So here is the big problem number two when you're driving for Postmates. Now, yes, we know that you can't see the actual route. We know that you can't see the actual miles. But the pay, in my opinion, on Postmates is very low. Now, this does vary by marketplace. You can check your own marketplace, actually. But here in San Diego, let's look at the pay breakdown here. You get $1.50 for every pickup, just 70 cents for every drop-off, and then you get 7 cents per minute while you wait, and a per mile payout of 55 cents. A 55-cent payout per mile. That's actually less than the tax deduction that you're allocated for business driving here in 2020. Now let's play devil's advocate here. I think a lot of us know that you don't necessarily drive on these apps just to get the per mile rate. The real money, at least on Postmates, and I would say for a lot of these other apps, the real money to be made is from bonuses and tips. But the problem, at least one of the big problems that I noticed on Postmates, is we had a very strong bonus. Really one of the highest bonuses you're gonna see at $4, but that doesn't mean you're gonna make a lot of money. We can see here, I drove 50 plus miles, which ate into really my net profits. So if you can't rely necessarily on the bonuses on Postmates because you can't see the miles, you may be doing a little bit more driving, then that kind of defaults to your customer tips. And tips are certainly not a guaranteed thing. And frankly, on this shift, $22 plus per hour in gross revenue, it doesn't really matter when you're getting close to $1, or in this case, $1.12 payout per mile. So my stance stays the same on Postmates. It's really my last place app when it comes to food delivery. Now, who knows, maybe we'll see some changes in 2021 as Uber Eats is set to acquire the Postmates platform. So if you got value in this video, definitely drop me a like. And you can also click or tap the screen down for my most recent video, as well as a video recommended for you, and I'll see you in the next one.